Hey, this is Notser, and today we're going to be taking a look at Huanghe. This is the premium tier 6 Pan-Asian light cruiser, and it is currently on sale for $10 on the premium shop. And I figured, hey, recent gameplay is probably appealing to players who are looking to decide whether they should pick this up or not. So, hopefully you guys enjoy. I am rocking the Lunar New Year camo. It is available around January and February-ish. I don't know the exact date, but I think it looks awesome. Now, for anyone not familiar with this ship, it has 6 152mm guns on 3 gun turrets, which at the time of release it was a very low amount, but they are very accurate. It also has limited use torpedoes that they can get there. They are not deep water, they're normal torpedoes. At this point we weren't doing crazy deep water Pan-Asians. And then it has a creeping smoke, similar to the Perth or the Haida. Now, the enemy's deployed over towards Sea Point, and we see that there's clearly a DD that tried to capture, and there's a bunch of light cruisers that are moving into the sea area. I decide, you know what, let's unload the last little bit of our HE, and let's switch to AP, because the Omaha is showing a ton of side. Now, it is a light cruiser, and it has a low amount of guns, so AP is not the best choice in most situations. But when the person is perfectly broadside, you do at times find that the shells will enter the citadel and do quite good damage. But generally speaking, you're firing high explosive 90% of the time, which works great, especially with IFHE. The teammates have sort of stacked up weirdly behind the island, and we are continuously getting good hits. And are we going to be able to hit this guy with our torpedoes? I think, yeah. No, the torpedoes were just a little too shallow. They are usable in certain situations, but it's a limited use case. You know, it's not something you want to rely on. It's very similar to something like the French. Their cruisers have 2 to 3 torpedoes per launcher, and you only have one. So you send one out and you hope it hits something. Most of the time, it hits nothing. And what do we have here? The enemy Mutsuki. He's point blank on a Farragut that's less than 200 life. Surely he's going to fire his front gun and kill the Farragut. Surely he's going to... Okay, that's really awkward. Wow. Guys, I got to say this right now. If you're a Japanese DD, fire the damn guns. I am so tired of it. It feels like every day on stream, there's at least one example of a Japanese DD player who, quite literally, never fires their guns once. Even though, by firing those guns, they would quite literally kill the target and survive themselves. So guys, please, don't be a part of the Mutsuki's percentage. Be the part that uses the guns and is actually succeeding at the game. It's just a huge pet peeve of mine. But teammates are clearly able to take them out, and this is clearly the primary flank of the enemy, so we gotta be careful. We are not a heavily armored ship. We are relying more on our subtleties, our angling, and our positioning, and this Dallas is definitely set up to die, and I would love to kill him. I'm looking for a fire. Dallas tries to lead us. Ooh, we got a nice fire on his nose, which will probably mean that, yep, he uses damage control. And is this going to be the kill shot? No, it's not. And he punishes us with a citadel. So, oh man, and we can't even get this guy dead. This is the problem with the ship. The low amount of guns makes it less consistent over range compared to something with a higher number. This is a tier 6. It competes with ships at tier 7, light cruiser class, that have 15 guns. This only has 6. So it's a very pinpoint precise cruiser. And because it's pinpoint precise, you gotta hit your shots. Otherwise, there's nothing here to really be proud of. And oh, come on. Really? One non-penetrating shell hit the Dallas and didn't kill him? Finally, we kill that Dallas. And conveniently, we were placed in a very safe position. Well, it does kind of look like our friendly Dunkirk is having issues. He's going to take 2 torpedoes in rapid succession, and it's not looking good. There is a DD out there, and I would love to deal with it, but I don't have any heal. And, oh, are you serious? He's going to take 2 more torpedoes and die just like this? Doesn't even need the 4th torpedo. The 3rd one was more than enough. But my smoke is up, and I can take full advantage of this. The creeping smoke is very unique, and it's only on a couple ships right now. And, you know, how would you use it to be the most effective? Well, you don't want to stay in the same position. You can always go to the most ideal position to remain unspotted while also doing the max amount of damage. That's kind of the advantage of creeping smoke. You don't have to stay in an established area and bait torpedoes coming towards you. You could sort of move around and get in a better position. And we're in a pretty good position against this Grafspee. Wasn't really impressed by the AP. Again, it is a light cruiser. AP is not ideal on the light cruiser. And I have IFHE, so I've spent 4 points investing in my high explosive. Probably should use it more frequently. And so we just switch right back to it, and it does the exact same amount of damage as our AP would. So, enemy DD conveniently showed up, and for about half a second we spotted him. And we didn't hit him. Our torpedoes are nowhere near. I am afraid of torpedoes from the enemy, so I do use my hydroacoustic. And I also want to try and bait him closer to me. And yep, here come torpedoes, so we're going to creep forward. And by creeping forward at a full speed, we might break line of sight with the smoke, and the DD might have to show himself. But it doesn't look like he committed to the left side. He actually committed to the right. And Hydro is able to detect it. And because he's openly firing, as long as we rotate around this island, we should be able to do very good damage. And that accuracy is definitely there. You definitely notice it. That DD did not expect to take that kind of damage very quickly, and I would love to finish this guy off. We're still moving back. Nah, that last shot was a little behind him, but the torpedoes easily spotted. They're not going to hit us at all, and we do have to care a lot about staying detected this long. Ooh, get another nice shot. He does drop off detection, and now we just have to disengage. One of the best things that you can get yourself into is when you are playing near the primary flank of the enemy, consider moving away from them. As long as you can still do damage against the target that you care about, in this instance, the Farragut, then who cares your distance to these enemy battleships in the background? You're only making it harder on them. And, ooh, yeah, we hit that shot. That one is drawn in a little too close, I think. Unless he doesn't leave the area, I don't think we're going to hit him. Yeah. Drawn in a little too close. Friendly smoke. Don't really see the friendly responsible for it. I think it might be the cruiser to my south position. But we're just trying to slow down the enemy on this flank. We've got 2 bases to their 1, but we only have 1 ship advantage. So anyone's game at this point, we got to stay very safe. Having lost 50% of my life, you just can't afford to take too many focused shots from the enemy. I have to be very cautious and mindful of my positioning so that I can do damage and help my team, but not take the final shot that knocks me out, and then I can't help my team at all. So clearly one of the DDs, I think it's a Hatsuharu, went into C point, and looky there, he's actually spotting us. So I think he actually entered C point, the B point, sorry, not C. He entered B point where I pinged that southeast side. So I am sort of, I was very unfortunately annoyed by the fact that he's on this side, so I can't really get any closer without being seen forever, and then these battleships could just follow up. Gosh, that Farragut in the background. So annoying that he got away with that little amount of health. And it's also really annoying that he's still spotted with that amount of health. I would just have loved to have pumped a ton of damage into him. But we're alive, and the enemy team did capture B. We know the DD's there because we're spotted. And while that's going on, I'm just going to fire on the Normandy inside of my smoke. Now, when do I choose to use the smoke? It's really on the... Oh, whoa. Hold that thought. Enemy DD spotted. When I choose to, and I decide, you know what, I'm not going to fire on the DD because I don't have the best shot. I would much prefer to work on this guy. The DD is sort of moving away from me. I don't know if it's the right choice in that moment, but the Emerald certainly appreciated the attempt to try and save his life, but we just couldn't kill him fast enough. Although we're doing pretty good damage. So when I choose to use my smoke, it's really when I feel like I need to slow the pace down in the area. I try and position around islands or even open water. It doesn't really matter. What it is contributing is something's there firing from my position. We need to maneuver ourselves to deal with it. Otherwise, we just let it do damage. Sometimes they maneuver to deal with it, and by maneuvering to deal with it, I have the added benefit that the smoke itself moves. Clearly, I can position myself so I'm not completely screwed. That's a huge advantage that the Perth definitely appreciates, and this ship does as well. So, the enemy team has the exact same amount of ships lost as my team. They, however, have 2 DDs. We do know that the Farragut is very unhealthy, so he is very close to dying, and of course, the Farragut kills our last DD. So this is going to be kind of difficult. We don't really have great concealment, and I am so ready and able to fire on that Hatsu, but I just don't want to pull that trigger. That Congo is way too close, and I'm just like, I would love for you, Perth. Speaking of creeping smoke, Perth, he's right in front of me. Perth, I would love for you to kill that guy. And you know what? Eventually I'm like, gosh, if I just hold my fire, I don't think that we can win this game. We've got too many losses, and we have too many critical losses. Losing your DDs is a death sentence normally. So I'm going to try to do the best I can to sort of be a light DD. And yep, the Perth is dead too. It's just one of those situations where it's like, you can feel the game slipping away, and you have to push yourself a little bit further than maybe you will like in the open to bring it back. And this is definitely a risk. There is nothing to gain by open firing that doesn't come at a cost. You know, every single second I am firing could be the last second I live in this game. And if that happens, well, it's probably a loss. We're pretty far down. The enemy has 2 bases and they have 2 DDs. So I am just constantly on cooldown trying to fire. Conveniently, we can confirm that none of the enemy is close enough to detect us outside of the Congo, so we can take advantage of this. I think we're going to go make a play on B point. I am a light cruiser, so I have basically the best concealment outside of a DD available in the game. And yep, we lose our friendly, and it's 3 versus a lot. And I don't know how we're going to do this. But we've got to start it. And the first thing we do, we're going to try and take B point. I have 1 more cooldown, and you know what? It doesn't matter. We have to openly fire. We have to just pump as much damage output as we can because the game requires it. There's no way we can win if I just hold my fire. So we're doing good broadside shots. I do fire high explosive. It's a battleship, and I have IFHE. I don't know that my AP would do much better. And getting that fire chance is beneficial. And we do get the second fire. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Is it going to continuously burn? Our damage is going up in the top right. And yeah, I think we are continuously burning on that battleship. So that's good. And there was no one close for an extended period of time. The full 20 seconds, we were able to sit on the southwest side of the cap and not actually be detected until something approached at the very last second. We burn down the Congo, we capture the base, and we know for a fact that the Farragut is low, the Hatsu is low, and we have our creeping smoke. So if we got a couple volunteers to be out in the open, maybe we can make this work. And oh, careful of the torpedoes. Not even close. Good, good, good. Nice speed. Oh, what is it? We have a Furutaka. Okay. All right, so I'm going to engage this Furutaka as best as I can. He is very dangerous. Furutaka has 203 millimeter guns. Their AP is very, and oh, do I want that guy? I think I have to. I have no choice. We really try. It's so annoying that those DDs are still alive. They should not be. And first salvo, that was pretty good. Sets a fire. The enemy return salvo. Not terrible. Not terrible. Now, you'll note that the direction I'm headed, I'm sort of dragging him into me, assuming that he wants to kill me more than he wants to live. And that may be the wrong assumption. Especially since we've done so much damage to him with almost no return damage. He's going to lose faith in his ability to take this fight, and he might turn away. And I need to be aware of that. And, oh, there he goes. He's turning away, so we need to turn back towards him. This will bait an AP shell that may be good enough to do... Come on. I can't get a fire. The whole game I get a fire, and... Oh, God, get off of the tip. Teammates are dying. I don't know that I can kill this guy fast enough before my teammates die. And I'm just... Oh, we have 140,000 damage, 2 kills. Confederate... Oh, the Farragut! Why is the Farragut right here? I will never understand, but this Farragut has to die. Like, if I miss this shot on this Farragut, it's embarrassing. Yep, there we go. Use Hydro. Absolutely expect this. Get back here! Get back here, Fudotaka. I'm not done with you. But I think he's done with me. And, yep, sure enough, the Farragut sent torpedoes. Gotta be extra careful of the torpedo threat. Yep, we're good to go. And, it's just ticking down. We got 2 minutes left. I would love to get another kill. Oh, that battleship is full life. That's not happening. If I could get this Farragut dead, maybe we win the game. Maybe the friendly battleship survives for 2 minutes. Seems to not be a reasonable expectation in random. So I just give up the chase on the Farragut. I mean, on the Fudotaka. It's not going to work. He's just going to run until the game's over. We've got to try and get a kill on the Hatsu or get a kill on something hiding behind the island. Not that battleship that is full life, basically. But, hey, I am enjoying my time with this ship, and, you know, at this point, we don't know the outcome. We have no idea. We could easily pull this out with a nice kill, and oh, man, he's so low. Totally want to get that graph, and we're just going to try our best, right? Just shoot him on cooldown and tell him, shoot this guy! Shoot him in the first shot, of course we miss. Second shot, I'm deciding to use my smoke because we don't have a lot of time. We have to get this kill. And first salvo sets a fire. Second salvo does not. Friendly is sending torpedoes, and the friendly battleship is just showing full side. Enemy DD is right there as well. So close to winning this game, and friendly battleship falls to the enemy's focus fire. Someone got a nice citadel, I think, at the end. And boy, it wasn't for a lack of trying. We put up great numbers in the ship, and I was surprised to discover just how fun the ship is to play. I sort of did a one-off thing where I wasn't really into it way back in the day, but now I've come back to it, and it's like, oh yeah, IFHE, good accurate guns, great AA. This is a really nice ship, plus the camo is outstanding. So hopefully you guys enjoy that game. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to check out more of my content, you can click the most recent or the most relevant uploads. You could also choose to subscribe to my channel. We do daily World of Warship videos, first impression, how-to, news, review related. My North American recruit invite is on the screen. You can take advantage of that. I stream at twitch.tv/Notser. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.